Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. A new multi-agency report has revealed police, prisons and spy agencies missed chances to direct LynnMall attacker away from violent extremism. Despite being under constant surveillance, Sri Lankan refugee Ahmed Samsudeen stabbed 5 people in Auckland before being shot dead by police in September last year. But he'd first come to the attention of the police back in 2016 and was behind bars for 4 years, where the report says corrections should have had a disengagement program. Instead, he was treated like any other remand prisoner. We'll get to more of the report's findings in a moment, but first, why this report is so important. One of the ISIS-inspired terrorist survivors has given her first on-camera interview. Here's Ashley Yates, and a strong warning: his story contains distressing details.
Tracing along the evidence of a brutal attack.
From the chin all the way to the back of my neck.
Inflicted on Esmeralda Johns' face on a day that started out like any other. She went to the Newland countdown with one ingredient on her mind.
To buy tomatoes, to make tacos, literally. And like any other woman, when you're in a shopping centre or whatever, you just walk through and say, maybe there's something else. So that was it.
As she walked down the back aisle, Johns unknowingly walked towards a terrorist.
When I turned around, because I heard something, he was like by me. Then he already stabbed me twice, like when I turned around. As I was holding my stomach where he stabbed me, I could sort of feel that it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I was just like, okay, maybe it's fat or something coming out of there, but later on I realised it was the bowels.
The attacker then left her and moved on to stab other shoppers, but he returned to Johns, who pretended to be dead.
I guess that didn't help, because he came back and then he got on top of me and he stabbed me in the side, on the arm. He also cut me twice on both arms and on the neck and face.
In that moment, what was running through your mind?
I just remember when he was on top of me, I was thinking, because he was busy and it was so quick, and I was just thinking, just don't cut my throat, because then obviously it will be over for me.
The attacker then ran off, and members of the public quickly came to help Johns, who was rushed to Auckland City Hospital. Since then, she's undergone multiple surgeries. Her most recent was in August this year.
It's more reconstructive surgery that had to be done on my stomach.
Since the attack, she hasn't been able to return to her job as a preschool teacher full-time, and the 30-year-old has also had to cope with mental scars.
What I struggle with today is being in large crowds. So I struggle going to supermarkets. There's been multiple times where I, try to go alone, and then halfway through I'm like, I can't handle this, and then I just leave everything and go out.
Johns hopes today's review of the attacker's management leads to change, believing there must be a better way to help radicalised people.
If it is, emotional support, or, really help people that are in those situations.
Esmeralda and her husband came to live here from South Africa for a better life nearly 4 years ago. Despite her journey, the couple want to get citizenship.
Ultimately, we still want to, get children here and let them grow up in this beautiful country.
Esmeralda Johns says she's a survivor, along with all those who were stabbed that day.
To my fellow survivors, that, they are stronger than they think.
And she says thank you to the members of the public who helped everyone on that horrific day that changed lives forever. Ashley Yates, Newshub.